Okay, so let's look at taking and condensing logarithms. And this is on the back of the worksheet that you should have, 19 through 32. So to condense, we're going to rewrite as a single logarithm. Simplify if possible. So how do I know that this is in expanded form? Well, I've got more than one log, I've got subtraction, my exponent is a big number in the front. So when you're putting it all together and you're condensing everything into one problem or one log instead of 2 or 3 or 4, however many the case may be, if you have an exponent in the front, go ahead and make it a little exponent. So this will be the log of 6 squared minus the log of 9. Now, since we have log, we know that that's log base 10, our common log. So pull out the log. And now look and see what you've got. I see right here that there's a subtraction problem. So I know that if I have a subtraction problem, I need to condense it into a division problem. So whatever comes first will be my numerator, and whatever comes second will be my denominator. So I know 6 squared is 36 over 9, which gives me the log of 4 as my condensed version. On number 21, once again, you can see right here that you have an exponent of 7. So it needs to come, and it needs to be u to the 7th power. So I know that this is log base 4 of u to the 7th. Minus, and I need to do the same thing here. I need to take my 3 and bring it up here with the 2 that's already there. So if I bring this up here with a 2 that's already there, I need to take the 2 exponents that I'm given and multiply them together. 2 times 3 is 6. So now that I've taken care of the exponent problem, go ahead and pull out the log base 4. And since I have subtraction, I'm going to take u to the 7th and I'm going to put it over v to the 6th. Now looking at this, since it's u and v, there's nothing that I can do to simplify that. So this is going to be my condensed solution. Okay, now looking at the next one, I've got log 3, log 3, log 3, and this time I've got addition. So I'm looking in the front to see if I have any big numbers, and I do. I've got 1/2. So I'm going to change that to 49 to the 1/2. I know 49 to the 1/2 is the square root of 49, which is 7. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to pull out my log base 3. Since I have addition, I know I'm going to take all 3 of these values and multiply them together. So I'll have 4 times y times 49 to the 1/2, which I now know to be 7. So my final answer is log base 3 of 4 times 7, which is 28y. And that's my condensed form. Number 25, once again, take care of your exponent issue. So take the 3 and bring it up. I don't have anything here, so I have log base 2 of 4 to the 3rd power minus log base 2 of 32. Pull out your log base 2 and put your first number in the numerator and your second number in the denominator. Now let's work on this. 4 to the 3rd power is 64, giving me 64 over 32, which I know will divide into 2. So I get log base 2 of 2. Now looking at expanding my logs, when I have it in condensed form, I know that I don't have any addition, subtraction, and I only have one logarithm. So looking at number 27, I want to take log base 6 of all of this in parentheses, and I want to write it in expanded form. So if you'll notice, everything here is just multiplied together, isn't it? So since everything is multiplied together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do log base 6 of my first part of the product, which is x. Then I'm going to put a plus sign because I'm expanding, and I'll do another log base 6 with the second part of the product, which is y. And then another plus because I'm multiplying, and I'll do log base 6 of the third part of the product, which is z to the 4th power. Once I get it in expanded form with my addition, then I can take any exponents that I have and I can bring them to the front of the logarithm. So I'll have log base 6 of x plus log base 6 of y plus bring the 4 to the front using the power property as a big 4. 4 times log base 6 of z. All right, looking at number 29, I have log base 7 of q to the 4th times r squared, and all of that is going to be raised to the second power, okay? Now, because I have that 2 on the outside of my parenthesis, I can take it and bring it to the front right off the bat. Okay, so this 2 is going to be multiplied to the entire logarithm that I have here. So now I'm going to have 2 times, I'm going to do log base 7 of the first part of my product, which is going to be q to the 4th. And then since I have times, I'll put plus, and I'll do log base 7 again to the second part of my product, which is r squared. Now I'm going to mosey up here, bring your exponent of 4 in front of this log, so I'll have 4 times log base 7 of q, plus bring this 2 in front of this log, and I'll have 2 times log base 7 of r. Okay, and now I can take this 2 and multiply it to this 4, and that'll give me 8 times log base 7 of q, and I can take this 2 and distribute it to this 2, and I'll get 4 times log base 7 of r. And that gets rid of the big ugly bracket. So if you have a parenthesis and an exponent on the outside of the parenthesis, then you can bring it to the front, and then you can go ahead and do your expanding with just log base 7 of q4 and r2, and you can distribute the 2 when you're finished. Another thing that you could do is you could use power to a power. 4 times 2 gives you q to the 8, and 2 times 2 gives you r to the 4. And then you can just do log base 7 of q to the 8 plus log base 7 of r to the 4. And then you can bring the 8 and the 4 down, and you'll get the exact same answer. Now looking at number 31, you have a radical. If you have a radical, you're not going to be able to work it out to expand it or condense it as long as it's in radical form. So what you want to do is go ahead and change it into a rational exponent or a fraction exponent. So we'll change this into 7x cubed, all raised to the 1/2. Now, just like we did before, we can bring the 1/2 to the front. Okay, and then we can do 1/2 times the log of 7. Then we'll do plus the log of x cubed. Take the x cubed and bring it in front of this log. And once again, you can distribute the 1/2. 1/2 times the log of 7 plus 1/2 times 3 is 3/2 times the log of x. And just like we did before, you could have done power to a power right here and made this 7 to the 1/2 times x to the 3/2 and gone from there.